Hello, I am Ken, and I'll be doing week 8 discussion, and I'll be answering the first question currently. Which of the figures you read did you choose? And I chose Karl Barth, and I thought he was just very interesting because, well, he was interesting, but I think I chose him because of his importance to Christianity in the 20th century. He is one of the top, if not if not the most important scholar and theologian of the 20th century due to his shift and uh, not really founding, but his shift to a different ideology and thinking of how God should be thought of and studied. He studied it more as a way that God is beyond what we understand. And I think people in the past have thought about that too, because he is divine. He is something that we cannot physically grasp or understand. And so he wanted to shift the focus that God is something else, something more than we can understand, and that I think he talked about God is something that we cannot find through human efforts. I think this connects back to general revelations and special revelations, being trying to find God in nature, trying to find God in different things, and then there's other things where God can only be shown when he wants to be shown. And that's what he more or less talks about, that God is only revealed when he wants to reveal himself to us, that we cannot find him through our own efforts because he is beyond human effort. And so I thought that this connected very heavily, not very heavily, but like quite heavily to the eschatology, is that what it's called? And I think he talked about eschatology in a way that the end is not really the end, but a way to connect us to Jesus, because he already, in a sense, beat sin when he died on the cross. And so the judgment already happened. And I think one quote, I forgot to ask one quote, and one quote was something on the lines of the the gospel, or like the word of God, is not like a message to inform like people of their divinity or the divine word, but it is a message from the divinity of God. I have to pull it up. Wait. Okay. It says the gospel is not a religious message to inform mankind of their divinity or the divinity of the world, but a message of the divinity of God. And so this is more or less saying that this is not a word by humans or for humans. Is it a word by God just because he wants to give it? And so I think Karl Barth, in a way, started opening up something we probably already knew in the past that we just didn't really focus on and understand. And he was one of the most important figures, and I think he was a very interesting figure with such a simple concept that we already knew how divine and great he was, but we just truly didn't think about it in the way that he thought about it.